Video captures shocking moment. Jean-Claude Van Damme becomes enraged at his wife after actor's heartbreaking health diagnosis. A resurfaced clip of action star Jean-Claude Van Damme blowing up at his wife is causing a stir on social media amongst fans who are concerned for the actor's health. Being married to an international celebrity comes with its challenges. Now, add mental illness to the mix. No one knows this better than Gladys Portuguese, who married the martial artist turned action star in 1987, a year before his diagnosis with rapid cycling bipolar disorder. This is where their story gets more interesting, as the couple divorced in 1992 after having 2 children and reunited in 1999. Like her famous husband, Gladys is an actress, fitness enthusiast, and former bodybuilder. While he may have the edge in physical strength, a resurfaced video from episode 5 of the Jean-Claude Van Damme Behind Closed Doors documentary, 2011, circulating on social media shows that her resilience and patience make her stronger in the ways that matter most. On the Shredded Union Instagram page, the couple is seen experiencing what seems like a maniac rant. He shouts at her with full resonance in his chest while she is as cool as a cucumber talking him down. In his thick accent, he says that she interrupted him while he was talking to the cameraman. She says that she knows, but stops herself from fully explaining as he goes into a room to calm down. The edited video cuts to him coming out of the door, and she immediately asks him, "You okay, babe?" Wiping his tears, he walks over to her and hugs her, and she gently says, "I know," before comforting him. Of all the people that don't believe in God, any type of God, without God, I'm nothing, he says to her, knowing that the recording is still rolling. He went on to explain how God saved him. After 6 years of being Los Angeles, I was pushing, and nothing happened, he said, adding that eventually it got to a point he simply fell down. He then said it was like God pushed him down. God wanted to see how much he can push a human being. He sobbed to his wife, "I tried my best and people were making fun of me," before the video abruptly ends. Sympathetic fans jumped into the comment section and championed Gladys for making him feel safe as he was falling apart. His lady is a real one, to hold him down, let him act out, then allow him to be vulnerable all in one take. Absolute gift, one person wrote. Someone else wrote, "His wife is a saint." Having a bipolar parent, it's a nightmare disease and almost impossible to live with. It takes its toll on everyone it touches. Another added, "He's lucky to have an amazing woman like her. She has a lot of patience." A fourth comment said, "Breaks my heart, man. Praying for this man." Before another added, "This is true love, what I believe it." Whatever level of love it is not easy. According to an anonymous personal account on the International Bipolar Foundation website, loving someone with rapid cycling bipolar disorder can be extremely hard because the person is subjected to mood swings and extremely unpredictable behavior. The unnamed person talked about triggers and explained that to love someone like her required a high level of understanding, communication, and self-care from someone who has to be willing to navigate the complexities of the illness. Gladys seems to be willing, but that does not mean that it has been easy. She filed for divorce in March 2015, though she did not follow through, reconciling months later, according to the Washington Post. In a longer clip of the video that shows what happened leading up to his outburst, he is passionately talking about how much she has been there for him. "This woman's been with me for years," he can be heard saying. "When I wasn't nobody, while I was driving a taxi and I stole food in the market because I didn't have any money." The action star said he even took the couple's first pregnancy test for their oldest son, Christopher. The couple also share a daughter named Bianca. The Bloodsport actor has another child with his second wife, Nicholas, born his fourth wife, Darcy Lapierre. "Then I left this woman because I did go on the Hollywood lifestyle. I didn't know that jewel I was having. I'm so happy that Gladys forgive me for my mistake." She said, "Nobody's perfect." And he rebutted her, "You're close to being perfect to me." As the couple gears up to celebrate his 64th birthday, he knows one thing for sure. Through the ups and downs, the good and bad, addiction and sobriety, he has a ride or die that will be there for him. Jean-Claude Van Damme, whose real last name is Van Varenberg, has had a mostly impressive career as a professional martial artist and an actor. Since the late 70s, the Muscles from Brussels, as he's known, has starred in over 70 films and counting. His love life, however, hasn't been as stellar. JCVD repeatedly made headlines with his alleged infidelities, makeups, and breakups, and has been married a total of 5 times. First, he said "I do" to Maria Rodriguez from 1980 to 1984. Then he wed Cynthia Durderian in 1985, but they got divorced after just 3 months. His third marriage to Gladys Portugues lasted from 1987 to 1992. Although the two joined the illustrious crowd of celebs who married each other twice when they retied the knot in 1999. He was also hitched to Darcy Lapierre from 1994 to 1997. During all this time, JCVD had 3 children, Christopher and Bianca Van Varenberg with Portugues and Nicholas Van Varenberg with Lapierre. But if you think being the kid of a movie star is easy, think again. While all 3 have experienced ups and downs with their father, Christopher and Bianca have sure had a lot more ups than Nicholas. This is the untold truth of Jean-Claude Van Damme's kids. Jean-Claude Van Damme and his 4th wife, Darcy Lapierre, had a difficult relationship, to say the least. Lapierre filed for divorce 3 times over the course of their marriage, and when their son was born in 1995, Van Damme reportedly questioned if Nicholas was his child, according to Celebrity Net Worth. Lapierre called it quits for real in 1997, and things only got worse for JCVD when Lapierre claimed that she was too afraid to be with her husband on account of his alleged physical and mental abuse, as well as an addiction to cocaine. As a result, Van Damme seemingly lost all access to his young son. Without revealing the specifics of the custody arrangement, the action star told The Sun via Contact Music in 2009, "The custody case is very painful. The legal system in California is crazy. For me, not to see my kid is a disaster." Clearly, Nicholas Van Varenberg suffered the effects of his parents' messy divorce, but it wasn't all for nothing, as he became the inspiration his dad needed to turn his life around. JCVD's career hit rock bottom, and he retracted from the spotlight, but eventually found the motivation for a comeback thanks to Nicholas. As he also told The Sun, "The only way I can bring my son back is to be successful again," as they were saying to him, "Your father is a loser." Since then, JCVD has appeared in over 20 films. Nicholas Van Varenberg is the only one of Jean-Claude Van Damme's kids who hasn't had much luck following in his famous parents' Hollywood footsteps. His mother, Darcy Lapierre, was a Hawaiian Tropic model-turned-actress too. While the Belgian actor has opened industry doors for all 3 of his kids, Nicholas is the only one whose career has yet to take off. But it's nor for lack of effort. Nicholas tried to emulate his father and become an actor, but unfortunately, things didn't really work out for him. Van Damme's youngest child should have been set up for success, but as of 2020, he only had 1 acting credit to his name for playing Travis, a minor character, in Kickboxer Retaliation, an action flick that only earned $4,537 at the US box office and just over $97,000 internationally. The movie was released in early 2018, and by that summer, JCVD's production company, Rodent Entertainment, was teasing an in-development project starring Nicholas and his siblings Bianca Van Varenberg and Christopher Van Varenberg. The action western 3 Coyotes has yet to come to fruition, and while there's no official word on the status of the project, Nicholas was embroiled in the middle of a headline-making court case during this upstart period of his acting career, which possibly hurt his chances of landing future roles. In September 2017, Nicholas Van Varenberg made headlines for allegedly holding up his roommate at knife point. According to court records obtained by AZ Central, the bizarre string of events began with Van Varenberg punching an elevator wall inside his Tempe artist's apartment building. The apartment complex, which was located near Arizona State University's Tempe campus, Van Varenberg was a junior studying interdisciplinary studies at the time, had its own police officer who followed a trail of blood from the elevator to Van Varenberg's apartment. The then 21-year-old refused medical help for his bloody hand and the officer left. Then things got weird. Van Varenberg reportedly berated his roommate for opening the door to police and grabbed a large knife and angled it toward his roommate standing approximately 4 feet away. A noise complaint sent police back to the apartment, but Van Varenberg refused to open the door. He taunted one officer, asking, "Do you guys want some fame or something or what?" The unidentified roommate escaped after an hour. Police then lured Van Varenberg into the hallway by getting the roommate to challenge him to a fight. After a 2-hour standoff, Van Varenberg was arrested and, according to TMZ, booked for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, unlawful imprisonment, marijuana possession, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was slapped with a $10,000 bond and reportedly bragged about his famous father, as well as his ability to pay the fine and leave the country. Once Nicholas Van Varenberg was arrested, he told officers he had no recollection of ever punching the elevator wall and went on to deny threatening his roommate. He even went as far as to call him his best friend, AZ Central reported. Van Varenberg's so-called BFF had a very different take on the night's events, however, telling officers that Van Damme's youngest son not only pointed a knife at him, but also told him to go into his room and not come out, and that if he did, his parents will be at his funeral in 2 days. In other words, Van Varenberg allegedly threatened to kill his roommate. When officers asked if he'd like Van Varenberg to be prosecuted, he said yes, noting, "I love to be protected and safe." Despite all of his denials, Van Varenberg eventually agreed to a plea deal in order to receive a lesser punishment of 18 months probation, AP News confirmed. In October 2018, he pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct, and the charges of kidnapping, possession or use of marijuana, and possession or use of drug paraphernalia were all dismissed. Jean-Claude Van Damme and Darcy Lapierre divorced in 1997, so when, in 2012, he decided to open up about an extramarital affair he had during their marriage, the confession raised eyebrows, especially Lapierre's. It was 15 years since they had split, and yet JCVD seemed to be thinking about her because he admitted to cheating on a pregnant Lapierre with Kylie Minogue on the set of 1994's Street Fighter. Perhaps not unjustly, she instantly accused him of seeking attention. "I was shocked he would talk to the press about this all these years later to gain some notoriety," she told Fox News, admitting she hadn't known about the transgression before. Telling the outlet that she felt hurt and betrayed, Lapierre noted she was more worried about the impact the news would have on Nicholas. "There is a lot of water under the bridge between us, but the fact is I was pregnant with our son at the time," she reasoned. "He's almost 17 now, and I wouldn't want him finding out all of this and being hurt by it too." Do not mess with Gladys Portuguese. Christopher and Bianca Van Varenberg's mother, who married Jean-Claude Van Damme not once but twice, is a beast in her own right. In fact, she was one of the most popular professional female bodybuilders of the 80s. Her nickname? The Tigress. While taking part in the prestigious Miss Olympia competition, which is organized by the International Federation of Bodybuilders, Portuguese landed in the top 10 twice, ranking 7th in 1984 and 8th in 1985. She also became the face of personal fitness when she penned 2 successful workout books, 1986's Hard Bodies and 1988's Hard Bodies Express Workout. Following her bodybuilding career, Portuguese tried her hand at acting, although briefly. First, she portrayed a bodybuilder in 1986's The Morning After, which starred Jane Fonda and Jeff Bridges. Then she was cast as a waitress in 1987's It's Alive 3, Island of the Alive. To this day, Portuguese has fond memories of her bodybuilding past and often shares throwback photos on her Instagram. Like in April 2019, when she posted a photo from 1984's Miss Olympia competition, writing, "When I was young, vibrant and tough, trained hard.